Brian, how are you going here in Australia? You've been here for a few days now. It seems you're enjoying.
Yeah, I'm loving it, man. Nothing negative to say about Australia. People have been, receiving me very kindly. Even though, I'm enemy, trying to take over here. No, I've been shown lots of love, and we finally did a little bit of the touristy stuff. Went to the Opera House yesterday, and just trying to soak in as much as I can. When you're in camp, you don't really get to explore the places you're in. You gotta, it's hotel gym. So very focused, but the little bit I have seen, I've been loving every minute.
Did you think that maybe people would be less kind to you coming to world champions' backyard?
Yeah, I can't lie. I was definitely, I'm coming to enemy territory. I'm not coming to his home city or anything, his home country. And I was expecting a little more, not so much animosity, but just I'm the outsider. But no, everybody's been super kind, so I'm definitely gonna go back home and have some nice things to say about Australians.
Well, that depends on how Sunday goes, surely, doesn't it?
Absolutely, but I mean that's a different Australian I might have an issue with, but I think even that everything should be fine after.
Who's the bigger puncher in this fight?
Me. I think that's just based off the resume and what I've done. I have more than one punch knockouts. He does have once he gets he's a finisher and everything. But I think just based off the facts of I have more explosive shots.
Do you go into a fight like this thinking I just need to catch him once, and then he's going to sleep?
The thing about me is I have power, but I'm not just a power puncher. I don't go in there trying to look for one shot. I'll hurt you for 12 rounds. I'll go old school like I think Miguel Cotto versus Mayorga. That was a 12th round last second knockout. I'm even content with that. I do look for the knockout. I do want to put on a big show. I think that's why I even got called here to this beautiful country in the first place for this title fight. But I'm in there to put punishment on you for 12 rounds. I have one shot knockouts here and there, but you see my last few fights. It's been 5th round, 6th round, 7, and I carry the power late, and I'm totally fine. If however long the fight needs to go for me to get that victory, that's what I got to do.
We've got a face-off press conference, weigh-in, all sorts of stuff through the course of this week. You can't be this nice. You're going to have to, can you flick a switch for us and fire things up?
I mean, we'll see. I'm the type of person that, just look at my fights. I'm a big person. I've always said I want my performances to speak for me. I'm not a trash talker, and I feel like the people that flip the switch a little too early or they force it comes off corny. And I think the reason I've been resonating with people is because I'm real. I'm myself. This is who you're going to see on and off camera. But on fight night, I'm definitely a killer, and I'm in there to hurt my opponent. There's no friendliness in there.
What do you think Kim's unbeaten? What do you see in him? What do you think he's unbeaten?
Oh, he's definitely he's earned his spot. He is trying to get away from just being under his dad's name and anything like that. So he's working hard, and he is a big puncher. Lots of pressure, I think that's his main thing, lots of pressure and stuff, and he just stays on, he's there to really chase a victory. He doesn't just, try to coast or anything like that. He goes to war and he expects to come out on top, but I just believe this is one war that won't happen.
Brian, you said Tim's undefeated. You've lost a couple of fights. He's a massive favourite in every fight he goes into. Do you have a kind of sense of fearlessness now that you've made your way back from a couple of losses and every fight you've got another chance to prove yourself? Is that mindset a bit of an advantage, I guess?
Absolutely. So there's so much that goes into that. From the losses, I have a bigger chip on my shoulder. I have more to prove each time out. So I'm always hungrier. I always hated to say that, but it is something I needed to go through. It's something I had to experience, because before you feel that taste of defeat, it's something impossible. It's unfathomable. You go in there, you really don't think it's possible, and then it kind of crushes your reality. So if you can make it through that, the ups and downs of that roller coaster, there's a lot to come out through on top of that. And no, I really had to dig it out. I have that chip on my shoulder, and it's just no pressure. I've already tasted that defeat, and I know I don't ever want that again. So that hunger is really what makes a difference here, and I feel like that's what adds to my hunger more than anyone else.
Tim seems he's determined to become world champion, and as a result of that, kind of make it in America. Since the Charlo fight has fallen through, I think he wants to probably take down every person American in his way. How do you feel about that?
I want to take out everybody in my division as well. It's part of the game, and that's why I say once we go in there, that switch flips, and it's war. We're aiming for the same goal, and only one can come out on top. there's no second place in boxing. Second place, you come out, you lose, and you stop getting those calls for fights. You stop getting the opportunities and everything. And like I said, I know what that feels like, and I never want to go back to that. And that's why you see me in that ring. I pour my heart and soul in each and every time, and you're never gonna see me say like, oh, I wish I would have done this or that. I'm leaving it all out there, and that's really what you see when I'm in the ring.
Brian, you've watched a couple of Tim's dad's fights back when you were a kid. Do you see a lot of Costa in Tim?
I see that he learned a lot. You know, there's a lot of similarities from the style, and yeah, and it's crazy. You know how the world turns. When I was a kid, like a young kid, I wasn't even too interested in boxing. And my dad was a huge fight fan, and we would always go to fight parties and stuff. You know, to watch the fights and stuff. And we used to watch Tszyu, and watch his world title fights and everything. Big entertaining. Now I told my dad, I was like, look, we used to go to fight parties to watch his dad in the States, and now we flew across the world to fight his son for a world title. It's just crazy how the world turns, and where hard work can get you.
Ready for a quick one-on-one?